Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another reading lesson with Ustada Zainab. Today we are learning about the Noon, Sakin and Tanween rules. In particular, we are going to learn about Iqlaab. Are you ready? Let's go. Do you remember what Iqlaab means? Well done, mashallah. Iqlaab means to change. Just like the cat is changing the color of the page by painting it blue. For the Iqlaab rule, when the letter ba comes after a Noon Sakin or any of the Tanween, we change the Noon Sakin or Tanween sound into a Mim sound. So do you remember what the Noon Sakin or Tanween sounds are? Excellent. They are an, in or un, right? So we change that sound into a Mim. Now, in most Qur'ans, you will see a little meme on top of or next to a Noon Sakin or Tanween, and that will remind you that you must apply the Iqlaab rule. We have a checklist for the Iqlaab rule. When applying the rule of Iqlaab, there are some things we need to make sure we identify first. When applying the rule of Iqlaab, there are some things we need to make sure are identified first. Each time you look for the rule, make sure you do it in this order and you'll master the rule in no time, inshallah. The first thing we look for is a Noon Sakin or a letter with a Tanween on top. If we see that, we check if the letter ba comes after it. Step 3 is then to change the Noon Sakin or Tanween sound into a Mim. And finally, you apply ghunna when reading it. Now let's look at some examples from the Quran. Let's try and read the word without applying the rule of Iqlaab. We will read it as min ba'di. Again, min ba'di. But we know that we are going to be applying a rule, and the rule is Iqlaab. So let's go through the checklist and see if there is Iqlaab that should be applied over here. The first thing we need to do from our checklist is to spot a Noon Sakin or a Tanween. A Noon Sakin or a letter with Tanween. Can you see a Noon Sakin or a letter with Tanween? Excellent. You can see the Noon Sakin in the word min. Okay. Now we can tick that off our checklist. Now we have to check if the letter ba comes after it, and here we can see the letter ba does come after it, so we can tick that off our checklist too. Now we are going to change the Noon Sakin sound into a Mim sound. So instead of min, it will be mim. Again, mim. Okay, so we can tick that off. Now, one more thing we need to do is apply ghunna when reading it. So we'll make sure that our lips aren't closed completely. There needs to be a small gap and we need to apply the nasal sound, okay? So instead of, it's not going to be mim ba'di because my lips were too closed, too tight there, and there was no ghunna. So again, it will be instead mim ba'di. Again, mim ba'di. Excellent. So we have applied ghunna when we are reading, and that is how we will read the word with Iqlaab. One more time. Min ba'di. Excellent, mashallah. Let's try another one. Let's try and read this example as we would without the rule. Baghyan baynahum. That's what it says, right? Baghyan baynahum. Now we're going to try and implement the rule. So the first thing we need to do is spot the Noon Sakin or the letter with the Tanween on top. So what can you see? Can you see a Noon Sakin or can you see a letter with Tanween? Excellent, mashallah, you're right. The letter Ya has the Fathatain on top. So we have a letter with Tanween. So we can tick that off. Now we check if the letter ba comes after it. Is there a letter ba after the letter with Tanween? Yes, there is a letter ba in the beginning of the word baynahum. So we can tick that off. Now we have to change the Tanween sound, the Fathatain sound, into a Mim sound. So instead of baghyan, it will be baghyam. So we can tick that off. Finally, we are going to apply ghunna when we read it. Baghyan baynahum. Again, baghyan baynahum. Remember, you don't close your lips completely, you leave a little bit of a gap, so to help with that ghunna sound. Excellent, mashallah. We've done all the points on our checklist and we have read that correctly. Let's try one more. First, let's see how we read it. وَجَعَلْنَا مِن بَيْنِ. Okay, that's how we read it without iqlab, but we need to apply iqlab. So the first thing we do is spot the noon sakin or tanween. What can you see and where? Excellent. There is the noon sakin with in the letter min, and on top of it, remember we said the top tip before, on top of it there's a little meme, so that will help you that there is some sort of rule here of iqlab, so we can tick that off because we found it. The next one, we can check if there is a letter ba, which we can clearly see in the word bayni, so we can tick that off. Next, we need to change the noon sakin sound into a meme, so instead of min it will be mim, so we can tick that off because we remembered to do that. And finally, we are going to apply ghunna when we read it. وَجَعَلْنَا مِن بَيْنِ. Again, وَجَعَلْنَا مِن بَيْنِ. Excellent, mashallah, we can tick that off too. Now it's time for a little recap. So we're going to go through each one, you'll try it yourself, and then we'll go through it together. Number one, Iqlaab means something. What does Iqlaab mean? Excellent, mashallah. Iqlaab means to change. Okay, number two. After noon sakin or tanween, the letter something must appear. What letter must appear after a noon sakin or tanween? You're right, well done, mashallah. It's the letter ba. So after noon sakin or tanween, the letter ba must appear. Number three, if we see this letter, we change the noon sakin or tanween sound into a fantastic, into a meme. Finally, when we do this, we must recite the letters with, well done, mashallah, we must recite the letters with ghunna. Excellent, mashallah, you've completed your first lesson on Iqlaab. If you need more help, make sure you go back and watch this again. If not, see if you can find some of your own examples from the Quran. Until next time, keep practicing. Assalamu alaikum.